And we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 7:15 on a Tuesday night. Shout out to the chat. We've got Kristen J. We got Trisha Mark. See how ladies first, boys. We got Skrilla, Chaos Hillbilly in the house. Who else we got running around up in here? Robert Sharp. What's up, everybody? Jeff Say. It ain't got no gas in it. Guys, have we got an evening? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. It is story time. Sounds crystal clear. Thank you so much, Skrill. I've been working, guys. You have no idea. For those of you that do not know, there is a second channel. We're going to play a little clip from the second channel tonight because things got a little crazy the other day. Everybody left, and that's okay. You'll see. You'll see. It's going to get really good, you guys. You're good. This is probably one of the best days ever. Just be ready for this. Kristen J, do me a big favor. Put the hate in there for Skrilla. Skrilla didn't know there was a hate over there. We're going to hook him up with a little spot for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pin it when she throws it up in the chat for us, and we'll move on, and we'll get right into story time, you guys. Give me another second. Let me get something to do. I got to set this up just right. You don't even know. All right, so without further ado, guys, are you ready for this? All right, let's do it. Update! That's right, boys and girls. We got an update. We've got some good stuff going on, you guys. I bought a boat. Let's go ahead and let's just get right into it. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second. We're gonna take a look at what we got to name it. We got to name it. So give me a second, you guys. And bang. What do you think? What do you guys think? She's a beaut, Clark? She's a beaut. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a pretty looking boat right there, boys and gals. That is a 1979 Ranger. Yes, that's a 150 XR2 Mercury outboard, boys and girls. And let me tell you, that is the same technology that NASA used to land in the Apollo missions. Not the successful ones. The ones before that, they used that same technology on the back of that boat right there, just so we're all clear. It's probably almost as old, that motor. 43 years like me. That's the best part about it, guys. Starting my adventure with a 43-year-old boat. We are having it's been up and down. Just so we're all clear. We had the maiden voyage. Right now, you guys, I was really hoping to show you guys what the maiden voyage looked like. Unfortunately, these things happen, and we're not getting anywhere real fast. First day, man, I mixed up 50-to-1 in the fuel ratio, and there was nothing. I couldn't get this thing to turn over for the life of me, man. Which brings us to the topic of this evening's conversations, you guys. I broke a rule. I know what you guys are thinking. What rule did you break, man? Well, I'm going to tell you. I have a rule about not buying used stuff. I don't know. It's just, I've been burned on the used stuff. I got a boat. It's a big boat. That's what I feel like. Not a big deck though. It's gonna take some work. We'll get to all that. But I have a thing about buying used stuff, man. I don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is because like 99% of it is other people's problems. Yeah. That's the issue. Is figuring out what little things other people did and how they rigged them up and how they've been treating them this whole time, and what's been going on with it, and what kind of, hiccups does it have, and barrel test, Jeff. Yeah, that's pretty funny, Jeff. The barrel test is absolutely the way it goes. Well, look, man. So I pull off, right? I get this thing all offloaded. Now, I watched every Scott Martin video on how to launch a boat by yourself the most fastest and efficient way. You know what I'm saying? I got myself up 6 o'clock in the morning. I know that 6:56 is going to be first daylight. I'm ready to do this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm ready to do this. All right. So I tie off the knot. I got a little knot that I tie off to the guide line, the one that you use to tie off the hitch line, whatever you want to call it, right? And I drop the motor and everything's rolled. I roll this thing right off the trailer like you're supposed to, man. I pull the trailer up and park it like I'm somebody. I throw on the old choke for a second, just wait, go ahead and fire up. Boom! I'm like, oh, dude, I look back, she's peeing. Everything's golden, boys. Give a little idle throttle. Here we go. We're moving. I'm like, this is the best day ever. You know what I mean? I'm out on my first boat, first day, maiden voyage. I'm going to go live. This is going to be awesome, dude. I'm just going to have such a big smile on my face. And then reality set in. I get about 20 yards from the dock, and this thing does nothing. Goes nowhere. I'm not moving. I try cranking her again. Nothing. Now I've got this panel of switches, right? Okay. So I've got this panel of switches. You guys will see it as time goes on. You guys will see it. So none of them are marked, but there's a lot of them. Okay. And as I'm hitting this thing, I'm trying to listen for where there's sounds coming from. I've got no idea what any of these buttons do. I hear water flowing. I hear a bilge pump going on. I hear what sounds like something coming from the two tanks. It's got two tanks, right? So I don't know what the sounds are. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I checked the primer ball. Nothing's going. Okay, it's not catching pressure. So I go to the back and I switch the tank side. Nothing's getting pressure, right? And I'm thinking, ain't got no gas in it. So yeah, I figured out which one of those switch. I figured out which one of those switches allows me to check the gas on which tank, right? So I thought I'd be cool, and I flicked it over to the left, right? And it said E, and I flicked it over to the right, and it said E. And I started thinking, maybe that's one of those quirks about this boat. Maybe the gas gauges just don't work. This could be a catastrophic fail. So I decided to go on ahead and troll the motor over into some lily pads, and I'm going to throw my stuff a few times while it's nice and early. Sun, just came up, and everything's looking good. I missed 3 bites in a matter of maybe 7.5 minutes because I can't figure out which direction the trolling motor's going, because the top thing just spins a little bit once in a while, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Thought I was headed whoop whoop. I'm doing that. Like, all of a sudden this thing's just deciding to go over there and go over here, and I don't even know what the hell's going on, right? So I said, you know what? That's it, man. I'm going to get gas. I'm going to make this work, right? So I roll back to the docks. Mind you, there's people pulling on and off the docks, right? I get pulled up to the dock, and I'm waiting, and I'm watching people, and you guys know what this is like. So I park on the far side of the dock from the ramps in like a staging area where it's safe, because at this point, I've already seen a dude fall and hit his head. All right, I've already seen, I'm spinning out. I've seen a dude fall and hit his head. I watched a girl in a straight, somehow backing down the ramp perfectly straight. She managed to jackknife her trailer in and literally she had the boat motor on the ramp on the other side. and her truck perfectly straight. It's as if like somebody put a wheel chalk under one side and she managed to just whip her stuff like I don't even know. I don't even know. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm watching all this chaos and I'm thinking to myself, why? Why is this happening to me right now? And then I'm thinking to myself, well, because you're the idiot that didn't even check the friggin' gas in the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like rule number one. I was like, but I'm not letting that stop me, right? So I find out this guy says to me, hey, man, is it cool? You know, you want to skip me? You can go ahead and just go in. And I'm like, go in? I'm like, I thought you guys just got here. And he's like, no, man, we're leaving. I'm thinking, what time did you get here? He's like, we get out here at 4. We fish from 4 to 7. That's it, man. We don't want to be out in the water. There's too many people. I'm like, dude, oh my God. So half the lake is going to end up being like fished. But I can't worry about that right now. You understand? What I need to worry about is getting gas in this boat, right? So I got 2 cycle oil. I know how to mix things. I'm not, you know, special like that. So I cruise down to the gas station real quick, right? I pull back in. Drop the boat off again like I'm Joe Cool. I mean, dude, guys, now listen, I trailered the first time with the trolling motor. I rolled in with the trolling motor, pulled it up just in time to have it coast right up on the trailer, and I like took a cool step off and onto the trailer neck and then into the bed of the truck and then swung around to the door and was like off. Like, I look like I really knew what I was doing. So the second time, I knew how to drop this thing, right? So I've got this down, guys, right? I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. So I drop this thing off, right? I'm checking the pressure. I already mixed my fuel. Everything's good to go. I check my ball pressure. Tank's right. Everything's good. I can click my button. It says full. I'm like, that side gas gauge works, right? I now know that. So I crank this thing up and boom, 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 boom. No stutter, no nothing. Just first turn. And then you guys know the 2-stroke. So I'm looking back and it looks like it's peeing. You know what I mean? It looks like it's got some water coming out of the back. I'm comfortable with that. Going ahead and pull her out, right? And that's when I went live. So if you guys were there for that, oh my God, you guys have no idea. Can we watch that? Let me see. Let me see, you guys. Let me see if I could pull that up. Because that was just, if you guys missed the live from the boat, it was terrible. It was absolutely not what I wanted it to be. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. It's where my eyes are. Doo-doo. All right. I got to go in like this, you guys. Give me a second. I got to go in like this. I got to hit this right here and click this and then click this. All right, hold on, you guys.
There's nobody in the boat.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, where are we at? All right, nailed it. All right, guys, watch this.
Dude, this is crazy. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know. I'm excited. She didn't want to start up so easy this morning. Come to find out, you gotta have gas in the boat. You know what I'm saying? That's something you gotta have. But so I survived. I made it. We got everything worked out, you guys. We're not gonna get on her. We're gonna make a quick trip. We're gonna roll across the lake real fast.
Famous last words.
I'm gonna do an update for you guys. We're gonna go do some fishing. I already missed like 3 bites. I've had the boat in the water now, not once, but twice. Yeah, so when Buddy says gas gauges don't work, but it's got gas in it. Not under Build Back Better, baby. You understand? There is no gas in the boat when you're
Sorry,
building back
guys.
better.
You guys missed all that.
Right
I'm the
now.
worst. Gotta hit transition.
All right. Hey, Streambot's in here. Yeah, so, like I said, guys, we're making this happen, Captain. I'm not getting discouraged. Sorry, put the thing all up in my face. I'm not getting discouraged, guys. I'm having a really good time. Have you tried and ran it? Have I tried and ran it, baby?
And here comes the fail. Yep, She is not planing out, boys and girls. This is not going as planned.
She's gonna plane out here any minute.
Any minute. I'm at like 70 degrees right now. I can't even see shit. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm
Sun's
going.
right in my eyes. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I gotta see where I'm at. Make sure I got nothing around me.
I'm trying to give it to her, boys.
Come on now. Now she don't sound like she's stopping. Hold on.
Yeah, no kidding. No, small water. I gotta tell. I'm gonna finish the story. Just watch the maiden voyage.
All right, everything here looks good. That's it. Yeah, the engine's trimmed down, bud. There she goes. Come on now, she's cold, probably flooded.
Flooded with the gas I didn't have in it.
Come on now.
Yep, that's what I got to see on the big adventure the other day, guys. A whole lot of that. That's what I got to see, you guys. Nothing. So, sounds like my 4-stroke. Yeah, no, Kenny, listen to that Mercury purr. Oh my God, you guys. I sat at this angle across the entire lake. I rode like 35 minutes like this. It's a nice deck. Yeah, buddy. That's why I said I'm all right. Did you have the trailer under it? You guys are brutal, man. Beard's just trying to show us his deck. That's all you could see was the deck, dude. It was awful. How do you think I felt? I rode that trip like that. You understand what I'm saying? I was looking at the sky the entire trip, you guys. The entire time. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so to get back to it now, right? So come to find out, this fuel oil mix ratio is pretty fucking temperamental, and if you're off by like, I don't know, a half ounce per gallon, you gonna make a lot of smoke, bud, but you ain't gonna make no power. You understand? Just not enough power, Skrilla. I couldn't get it when you're in yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. But yeah, so yeah, don't be off on your fuel oil mix on a 2-stroke. What's up, Rod? Yeah, because that it's you're not gonna get any power. You're just not. All right. So wait, it gets better, you guys. I need a vat chick. That's dude. Small water charters. Listen, in that video, I run up to the front real quick and then run back to the back. And I start catching the waves because we're supposed to have 1 to 3 foot swells, dude. And Lonnie's like, I don't see what. I'm like, there's 1 to 3 foot swells out here today somewhere on the lake. Lonnie's like, I don't see them. All of a sudden, I'm like, bang, 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 bang. I had to come off the throttle, buddy. She planed out and we started moving. And I'm like, pow, 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 pow. I'm like, all right, we're done, man. I'm not, no, we're all set. I'm not coming out of the boat on day 1. It's not gonna happen. It felt like I was making 3-footers, bud. I'm telling you right now, I probably killed more aquatic life just trying to get it on plane than most people lost in fish lost that day. But that's not it. That's not it. Let me tell you the best part of the day, because you guys are going to love this part, right? I still have to go fishing. Listen, you guys, I am not... Hold on, Kristen J. Thank you. I am not... This isn't over, okay? This is first thing in the morning, dude. That was how the day started. Mind you, the second time the day started. You understand what I'm saying? The second time the day. Yes, there's more, Mark. Listen, we still haven't gone fishing, Mark. We still haven't gone fishing. You know I am not going to do this and not go fishing. So I pull in. Okay, so I told Lonnie, I've been messing with Lonnie. I called Lonnie. I was like, hey, man. I called him Friday. I was like, what you doing tomorrow? He's like, nothing. I was like, so what do you say you come down to Instapoga? I heard it was fire. He's like, he starts laughing. He's like, I don't think we're going to make Instapoga, bud. I was like, well, I was thinking we might take the new boat down to Headwaters. He's like, you got a new boat? I said, well, it's a new used boat. He's like, yeah, but nah, don't go to Headwaters. I was like, why? He's like, what you might want to do is just get right next to your house and go to the lake right there next to your house and don't bring anybody. I said, well, what do you mean don't bring anybody? He said, well, first of all, because you're probably going to get pissed off. He said, second of all, because you're going to need somebody to pick you up when you either put this thing on the shore somewhere or you end up back at the ramp or stuck over in 9th Street by the house. He's like, you better have one of your buddies on call. So I was like, you know what? He's got a good point. Well, I didn't put anybody on call. Listen, I know what I'm doing. Okay? I know what I'm doing. All right? Here we go. 115 Yamaha show. See, and that's what I need. That's what we were talking about the other day. But let's not get further yet, because we just pulled into 9th Street Canal, right? Motor's running good. I got water flowing out of it, I think. Sometimes it's like periodic. You know what that means. I'm getting to that part. Hold on, it gets better. So I pull into the mouth of the canal, right? I pop up. I got all the cameras going, right? I pull out trolling motors in there, setting everything up, getting my rods. Guy comes pulling in next to me. Hey, bud, you all right? I said, yeah, man, we're good. We're good. He says, nah, man. You were up about 70 degrees all the way across the lake. He's like, is your motor messed up? And I was like, no, I don't think it is, man. He's like, something ain't right, bud. He's like, you need like a ride or something? You need me to tow you back? I'm like, nah, man, I'm golden. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to troll around in here. My buddy lives right there. I live right down the way. I'm like, we're golden, man. If I got to get back to there, I'll just pull into the house and then walk back to the truck and trailer. So I'm really not thinking about that part, right? So here we go, guys. This is where it gets good. I am Trollomotor king at this point. I've figured out everything about the Trollomotor except this little thing on the front that's supposed to tell me where I'm going that sometimes doesn't tell me where I'm going. But that's all right, because I'm good with that. You know what I mean? My navigational skills are fantastic. Here we go. I fish the entire damn canal, and I don't get a single bite. Mind you, I've missed 3 fish this morning. I am in and out of lilies. I'm doing figure 8 patterns. I'm working the bank. I'm working the depths. I'm hitting all my holes. I'm throwing the wacky. I have thrown everything in the boat at this point, and I have not had a single bite. Smallwater says, time to use that who knows what direction trolling motor. That's what I felt like, John, because it was time, buddy. All right, I'm out on the maiden voyage. Guys, I've got the drone up. I've got all the cameras. The drone's circling me in between these huge houses and this little canal. And guys, look, I'm like thumbs up and stuff. You have no idea. I have the best drone footage you have ever seen, dude. All right, I get this thing. I land this thing perfect, reach up, right? I grab it. You guys know how I grab the drone. I shut it off. I look down. I never hit record. Not a single thing in that 45 minutes of flying that plane around did I even get to show you guys. 10 camera angles of a turd. That's the way it felt, John. There was people outside watching this production of coolness that was going on. There was I was shooting this whole video. I was pulling out, right? Everything looks so cool. I've got all this drone footage and I never hit record. Epic fail. That's all right though, because we're not going to let that get us down, boys and girls. Because you know why? Because we're on our own boat. We love the struggle. Lets us know it's real. Here it goes. I don't realize the drone wasn't recording any of that, so I pack it up, right? I haven't caught any fish. I've got nothing going on, right? I've missed 3 this morning. I go ahead and just creep back into a corner that I know about. And I'm like, you know what? If they're pushing bait up on the shore right now, you know what I mean? There could be a little school, maybe 5, 6 good-sized bass up in this corner where I know they like to hang out because I know the bottom's nice for the bait fish, right? So I go rolling up in this corner. And I throw the frog, which I like throwing the frog this time of year once in a while, right? Sling this thing out there, man. Boom. You guys know what I'm talking about, man. It whoosh, comes up out of the water. I hook set, right? And I got 1 foot on the trolling motor and 1 foot next to it. Well, this guy had a up-down buttons installed on the deck for the trim on the outboard, so you can go up or down from the front deck, which is kind of neat. These buttons are cool, right? Well, all of a sudden, I have to adjust my feet, and I step down. I'm fighting this fish in the lily pads, and I hear I'm thinking, what the hell is that? So I take my concentration off and I look back and the motor is like, okay, so if this is the way it rolls when you're driving, this is the way it was on the back of the boat. It was almost at a perfect 90-degree angle. I jump off that, look back, is this 3, maybe 3.5 if I'm lucky, jumps out of the water, does 2 head shakes, and off goes the frog. Again, epic fail. This happened in a mere matter of minutes, but it gets better. It gets better. I then hear the simultaneous chirp of both the GoPro's batteries dead. Not saving file, just dead. All footage that hasn't been previously captured, lost. Lost to the digital nothingness. But wait, there's more. Mind you guys, I'm at the back of the canal now, and I need to get 35 minutes. Trolling motor 15, maybe 20. Back to the front of this place. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call it, dude. I'm just going to call it. Rain's supposed to be coming in at 1. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to look golden. 1 o'clock, I'm off the water. It's like 12:30. I'm good, right? I sit down in the seat. Get ready to fire up the motor. Cranking on the down trim. Finally look back. Guess what's not moving? The motor. It's stuck in this out almost 90. It's like 75-degree angle. There's none of the motors touching the water. I'm toggling up and down on the old trim tab thing. Ting, 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 ting. Turning the wheel. Ting, 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 ting. Turning the wheel. Guess what's happening, guys? You guessed it. Nothing. That's right, nothing. Now the damn motor's stuck up in a vertical position. What else could go wrong, right? I just missed the only fish of the day that I've actually been able to see. And on top of that, my freaking motor's stuck up like I got a damn airboat. You understand? My props just basically looking at the sun. This is how bad the day's going. Crack the screw in the side. Yeah, thanks, John. Yep, go right down. Yeah, sure it will. If you got a screwdriver in the boat. Because guess what else I didn't put together, guys? A toolkit. That's right. No damn tools in the boat. All I got's my gear, bunch of cameras for the maiden voyage. Because what could go wrong? Nothing goes wrong on the maiden voyage, bud. You saw Titanic. Speaking of Titanic, guess who spent the entire rest of what, an hour and a half, Outlaw? I think it was an hour and a half, guys. This is what you would have seen if the GoPros weren't dead. Because I thought it filmed it, but that didn't. That's what I did. I stood there like that in the arms out Titanic look for about an hour and 15 minutes it took me to ride back there. An hour and 15 minutes it took me to ride back to the ramp to load up the boat again on the trailer utilizing the trolling motor, guys. That's right. I have perfected the art of landing my boat utilizing only the trolling motor. And I'm getting pretty good at this. Like, I do it first shot. We're right up on there. Reach down, hook it up, crank, and I'm on. Like, I got that part down. I'm a trolling motor launcher. Trolling motor launch. Trolling motor retrailering. I have perfected the art. I got this. I know what I'm doing. So now the best part about it is I get to drive all the way home from the lake with the motor like up in the air. Guys, this was awful. You have no idea. No idea how awful this was. But wait, there's more. So I get home, I do the screw thing, right? I make my little toolkit. Guy I bought the boats from says, look, man, all you need is a 9/16 wrench. He's like, I changed out every screw in there to every bolt in that boat has been changed out to a 9/16. He's like, every screw has been changed out to a flathead. Everything in there has been, that's what's been done. So you can pretty much do every kind of maintenance that would be required while on the water utilizing one of those two tools. If not, I brought some channel locks because that's the universal adjustable wrench is, you know, the channel, not vice grips. Okay, vice grips break things, just channel locks. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it before. Hold on, we're gonna get some music. I gotta get something to drink. Well, because there's more. Hold on. John, that's horrible. You owe me $5, small water, because nope, I had that done. I actually got my tag done and got my registrations on both the boat and the trailer done within one business day of the purchase of the boat. I already did that. That was yesterday. That was all day yesterday. And I planned on taking the boat out again, but I didn't. Because there's tomorrow. That's what I was thinking. Tomorrow, when I get off of work, man, I'm just going to come home. I'm going to throw all the stuff in the boat, dude, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I did. Because I remember my buddy told me that sometimes you just got to give it a little throttle, and that'll catch that right up. You know what I'm saying? It'll get the suction going. It'll blow all that water right out of the back, dude. Sometimes just takes a little pressure building up, and it'll fix that problem. Now, I haven't overheated the motor or nothing like that. I noticed what was going on right off the rip. Okay, so I take it back out today. What's the first thing I got to do? I messed up the mix on the gas on the right-hand side. So I said, look, I'm not going to put a bunch of gas in this thing. I'm going to put 5 gallons and mix it to exactly what it tells me for 5 gallons, right? So I get out to the lake, man. I drop the boat in the water. Once again, mad skills. Putting the boat in the water. Back the boat down. Starts right up. I'm like, oh, awesome, right? Put it in reverse. I look back. I got nothing. I got no water. I got no water spitting whatsoever, dude. But I'm already on the water. You understand? So what we're going to do, we're going to put the trolling motor down, and we're going to be on our way. So we do it again. We go out trolling motoring. Here we are. Titanic, back across the lake. This time I didn't go all the way. Okay, I just went halfway and just fished for like 30 minutes, dude, and instantly turned around. Because as soon as the wind picked up to like 15 to 17 mile an hour gusts and I've got no motor, I was sitting in one place in the lake for probably like 10 minutes, standing on the trolling motor, like in this position, like thinking something was going to happen. And I got this thing maxed out. You understand? All 40 pounds of thrust on this bad boy are not moving us. In fact, I'm losing like a yard every minute and a half. I'm losing like 3 feet on my adventure. So I proceeded to turn her back around and troll the motor back to the trailer and did my thing, man. And then I came home and put the cover on the boat. So the maiden voyage, guys, has been a absolute shat show. Okay. Not only did the maiden voyage end up a shat show, but trip 2 seems to have cost me $100. 500 on batteries on day 1, 195 on registration tag for trailer and boat. Yeah, this has turned into quite an adventure, boys and girls, which is what happens when you break your own rules. So my rule is don't buy anything used. This is going to be the first and my last used boat. I'm going to do a bunch of cool stuff to it over time, but the next one's not, no one's ever going to have turned the key other than me. Listen, I've owned many cars from the day they came off the showroom, and I've got hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of miles on automobiles, doing my own maintenance, taking care of it the way I know that it should be taken care of, because that's what the manufacturer says. All right. Warning. Just warning. When you buy used, you got to call everyone you know and ask them 10,000 questions that you should ask the person that you're about to buy said used item from, because I can tell you right now, had I have known now what I didn't know then. I spent the entire second day of owning this boat talking to the guy I bought it from to tell me every little thing. I have a Sharpie in the boat that I use to mark all the switches that I don't know anything about. I have all kinds of little things that I've told myself that I need to do that I just, you'll see. You guys are going to see. We're going to build a deck. We're going to change this deck out. I've been thinking about that, guys. That's got to happen, okay? Got to do something about this deck. I've got to have more deck. It's got to be bigger. To be me, it's got to be a lot bigger, man. So I've looked into some aluminum J&J channel. I've been looking into all kinds of stuff as far as how I can do this. I'm going to try to shoot a little video series of it, guys, because I think this would be a lot of fun. You guys watching the old boat turn into like what the new guys have, and then we're talking this will be a lot of fun in like 2 years. Maybe. No, I don't want it to take 2 years. I'm going to put some good time in it. I'm going to get some stuff done, and we're going to make it happen. How much is that new motor you just bought, Kenny? Oh, yeah, right? Kenny, uh-oh. Oh, no, Kenny just had to put a new motor on his boat. See, I'm not looking for anything special. Ours was over 12. Good God. God, of course, have a bigger deck. You know, Brandy, there just ain't enough deck for everybody. You can use PVC for deck frame. Yeah, no, Skrilla, because I'm just going to rivet J-channel into the outside, the outline of the boat, and literally just bring the entire deck up like 1.5 inches so that all of my covers will close flush, and then it'll you'll see, it's gonna be real neat, man. It's gonna be real neat. I'm gonna make it look totally different here in a short period of time. I've been doing a lot of research and stuff, YouTube, and learning some stuff, YouTube, watching other people's projects, YouTube, and deciding that I was gonna do my own project for YouTube. So, you know, like I said, guys, you guys appreciate you guys hanging out, man. It's important. Oh, look at that. 20. We love our power poles. I bet you do, John. I don't think I'm ever going to do power poles. I don't know if the back of this boat... Hey, what's going on, Derek? I don't know if the back of this boat is capable of power poles. Like, I don't know, man. There's no jack plate or nothing like that. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's a sturdy... She's a 79, bud. She's a beaut. You know what I'm saying? She's a beaut. There's no way around that. Here, I'll show you again. You guys won't see her. I'll show you her again in case you missed it. There she is, Clark. That's the baby right there. She is pretty. Well, I'll tell you what. Looky there. You guys, that is a fan. Look at that. That's the original. That's periwinkle blue. Just for those of you. I was sold when I seen it was periwinkle. I was like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Put it on me. The seats, there's no windshield in this one. It's not as safe as you would think it would be for such a classy boat. But, you know, I just, there you go, guys. I got to hit transition. My buttons aren't working. Hotkeys have changed since the update. So I'm going to have moments like that. I have to catch it on my own. But that's periwinkle. You see, that's the 4-guard rail right there. She's, like I said, she's a beaut, Clark. She is a beaut. She's the family boatster. You know, just so you guys know, she's going to be the family boatster. I'm going to put a nice third seat in there. You'll see. I'm going to deck this whole thing off. You guys would see it all in the drone video, but yeah. So about the drone video. Yeah. Yeah. It's not. You guys know. I already told you. This is how it all turned out, you guys. This was the adventure. This was the maiden voyage. This is the update. I have got stress. I've already sold it 3 times in my mind. You're gonna figure it out. Nice boat. Thanks, smart man. But about that, Brandy. Yeah, that's the way it feels, Brandy. Damn, that's blue. You know, Rachel, I thought you'd like periwinkle. Listen, back in the 78, 79s into like 83 to 85, there wasn't a trailer in the mobile home park that didn't have that blue on it. That was the trailer park blue. Periwinkle. It also, John, you know what's funny? What you can't see, John, is I got underwear of that exact color on right now that in the drone video you would have seen because I even adjusted. And I'm not showing you the socks. See, the drone video had the socks video on it. So you're not going to get a chance to see that. That's why I'm not even showing y'all any of the other video because it's got the socks in it. And this was the day that I was going to crush it on my own boat. Day one, crushing it. Big fish and a socks commercial, epic drone footage. This was doing epic shit times like to the 10th power. You feel me? It is, see, it is an 80s style. This is what I'm saying, Arif. Y'all, you know, everybody picks on me. And the trailer matches. That's the best part about it. The trailer is matched, boys and girls. So this thing's pretty fancy. I'm just letting y'all know, man. It's probably a little bit too fancy for me. But that Black Max, boy, you love to hate them 2 strokes, boy. Oh. Yep, Morgan had the same issue. That's where I get a lot of my information from, man. I called down to Buddy and we got the same motor, man. Is there a penalty for casting in your spot on your boat? No, Jeff. There is no penalty for casting in my spot, Jeff, because it's going to be a minute. I got some parts coming for the motor. I got some parts coming for the trolling motor. I've already done batteries. I'm at that point. But once I get all this figured out, you know what I mean? You guys will see. I'm gonna get all this figured out, man, and this is gonna be epic. I'm gonna do some cool stuff, man. We'll do some cool stuff. Jenny was funny. Jenny Lynn told me I should get a wrap for the truck that matches the periwinkle for the boat and the trailer. She was like, you should get a wrap for the truck in periwinkle blue. And I was like, no. Then she was like, you should get matching rims for the trailer like you got on the truck. And I was like, double no. You know what I mean? Like, this thing's going to cost me enough money just to get to running. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that sucks. But I mean, it runs. Don't get me wrong. She cranks right up first start. You understand? Starts right up. There's no hesitation. I've got all my, dude, I've already done cylinder pressure tests. Like, I get a little crazy when it comes to this stuff. I've done pressure tests on the cylinders, bud. 110, 112s, all the way at 108 was my low. I got one at 104. I got one at 104. So, it could be happening, but that's probably just the timing that one's popping off a little bit more than the other ones. But it's I've got good pressure in all my cylinders, man. That scared me again today. I'm sure once I pull that foot off and find out this water pump's just been eat up, or the seals or something's gone. It's got a bunch of O-rings. It's got a bunch of gaskets. It's all stuff that you got to do. You know what I mean? John says it's like floating on a cloud. Yeah, John, just until you get that bad boy on plane, and then it feels like you're bouncing on a freaking concrete road. Like, it's rough, dude. There's no trim tabs on there. There ain't no I got no jack plate. I got Nadia. I've got just that motor change. Now, you guys see where that motor's at right now? As far as here, I'm going to show you. Here, watch, guys. All right, can you guys see? I can't move this. There we go. That's it. Can you guys see where that motor is right now? See that right there? See that angle? Now put that out like something like where this white line is right here, and that's how high that thing ended up going. I mean, I thought I pushed the pumps out, dude. I really thought I pushed those pumps out. I was like, oh my God, could you imagine day one I blow the pumps out on the trim? That sounds about like my life right there. Bro, Kenny, you're gonna love it. So, yeah, sounds like you would have thought I was getting paid from the city for fogging, because I went a little rich. But listen, it's better to go rich than it is to go lean on your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I would rather she make a little bit of smoke than actually, hey, what's going on, Mark Larson? I would rather she got a little bit of smoke than none. So I went a little bit over, if it said 5.3 ounces or 2.3 ounces per gallon, I went 3 on 5 gallons of it, and then 2.5 on other ones. And yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mixed up my mix. And it sucked, man. There was no way around it. I learned. So I got 12.5 gallons. I got 12.5 gallons of fuel to experiment with in the right tank, but the left tank is mixed up just right on 5 gallons now to get her spitting some water. So I get home. Oh my God. It's not over. It's better. You're going to love this. So I put the muffs on this thing, right? Because Buddy Lonnie calls me and he's like, hey man, he's like, you might want to put the muffs on that, dude. Sometimes it's just a little something to get stuck up in those lines. So I pulled the cowl off the motor, right? And I hooked the ear muffs up. I started right up. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's good, right? I push the button and then, just so I can operate the throttle, because it's the old Mercury. It's got a button. You push the button, it takes it out of gear, and then you can do the throttle. So I push the button and I pick it down, and all of a sudden I see the damn earlobes, or the muffs fly off the side of the boat. Yeah, I went right into gear, dude, and I gave it a good whoom, and it spun the prop and threw them up clean across the yard, dude. That is how I roll. Boys and girls. Yeah, so, guys, the maiden voyage. I told you it's story time, man. Yeah, Brandy, fling. No, it like the prop. Look at this thing. This thing has no gearbox issues. You feel me? There are no gearbox issues. The only issue is that button where it says throttle. So I'm doing the hot foot. I've had enough. I'm doing the hot foot. I don't even want to deal with that anymore. All that thing over there is going to be is strictly just a gear shifter for forward or back. And everything else is going to be right there on my foot. I'm not going to deal with that. Just know a lot more of those days are coming. Thanks, John. I appreciate your I guess you could say your support Your enthusiasm, John. You know what I'm saying? Mark says, so what's the boat's name? I don't know yet, man. I've been thinking of the Blue Streak. Not that I'm getting anywhere fast. But then I also thought about calling it the Gen A. Because that's just how it feels at this point. I got a boat, you know, that's my boat. But I will say one funny thing. I was at the gas station before we go, guys. If I had to sum up in one word my experience from owning my first boat, you know it. All right, guys. It's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.